A sexy chick, damn, you's a sexy chick. A sexy chick.
Hey everyone, it's the Plum Dot here and welcome back to my channel for an OG Townie makeover. So here we are with the twin sister of Dina, Nina Caliente. So just as I did with Dina, I'm going to be doing an OG Townie makeover where I just change up Nina's makeup and her clothing, and then I will be showing her some extreme plum love and making her look how I think she should look based on everything that we know about her from The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. So before we get into her backstory, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that whoever created Nina Caliente did a much better job researching her. I mean, the outfit is a little bit off. She's still wearing a halter top, but she's got a skirt on now, which I don't really understand. But we're not gonna delve too deeply into that because I fixed it, guys. I put Nina right and back to how she was in her days of Pleasant View. So not too shabby on Nina Caliente, whoever made her at EA. So let's start with The Sims 3 because that's where we are at the moment. And like I said with Nina Caliente, you will find Nina in Barnacle Bay, which is a Sims 3 store world. And let's get to her romances because when you think of Calientes, you think of romance. So for Nina Caliente, she has not one, not two, not three, but she has got 4 romances going on just like her sister. So she is in romances with Alec Trebo, Jeff Smith, Juan Jr. Inkbeard, and Rahul Patel. So the first 3 Sims are the same Sims that Dina Caliente is in a relationship, so that causes a little bit of tension between the sisters, which I like it. Now, something that's interesting about Nina Caliente is that she's kind of a contradiction to her Sims 2 days, and I will point that out when we get to The Sims 2. But for The Sims 3, her personality and her traits are very, very similar to her sisters, which again is a little bit strange from her Sims 2 days. But let's go down to her traits. She is childish, she has commitment issues, she is flirty, she is hot-headed, and she is also a mooch. Now her lifetime wish is to become super popular. I don't really have an issue with this at all. And her favorites are classical, grilled salmon, and the color orange, which are the exact same as her sisters. Now again, the only issue I have is her favorite being classical music. I just don't see the Caliente sisters going to a classical concert and enjoying it. I think even Nina would enjoy being out at the clubs night after night, kind of being on the prowl and you know, seeing what sort of fresh meat is out there. So when you start the game in The Sims 3, you will find that Nina Caliente is at level 1 in the sports career, which is a contradiction to how she is in The Sims 2, and we will get to that when we get there. And she also starts out with 10 skill points in charisma and 8 in writing. So if you do have The Sims 3 University Life installed, Nina here would make a very good candidate for communications major, which I think it'd be super interesting to take the Caliente sisters to university and see kind of what they get up to. I don't think Dina would pass university. I think she'd spend most of her time, you know, streaking and seeing who she could woohoo with. And I think maybe Nina would come out on top in that regard, because in Nina's backstory, she is said to be the brains of the operation. Now, what operation are the Caliente sisters running? I have not a clue, but it's kind of fun to let your imagination run wild with thinking what sort of business these 2 sisters could be running, where Nina is the brains and maybe Dina is the beauty. I'll let that one sit with you guys and you guys can kind of ponder that for a second. So Nina here is actually the elder of the 2 sisters, and like I said, she is said to be the brains of the operation. And when I think of Nina Caliente, I think of sort of understated beauty. She is very beautiful, but she's not the gregarious sort of in your face sexy and she knows it like Dina is. I feel like Nina would let more people tell her that she's beautiful versus her screaming about it in people's faces, like I think Dina would would be. She's just sort of the understated one of the two. And if I had to go further and compare the Caliente sisters to something else, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the show Botched, but I feel like Dina would be the ones that would go to Dr. Dubrow and Dr. Nassif and be like, I want another nose job. I want more cheek implants. I want fillers. I want all of this. I want all of that. Here's a picture of Britney Spears' nose. Here's Angelina Jolie's lips. I want all of that and I want it on my face. Whereas if Nina went to see the doctors, she'd just be like, yes, I just want a little touch up here, a little nip tuck. Nothing too drastic. I still want to look like myself. But I just want a little bit of a change. So I feel like Nina's the more natural beauty of the two, where Dina would be like, give me all of the plastic surgery. So like I said, Nina's lifetime wish is to become super popular, and that is a contradiction to how she is in The Sims 2. In The Sims 2, she's got the romance aspiration, but her trait of flirty kind of ties in with that. In The Sims 2, she is sort of more shy and serious, and I can definitely see her being the brains of the operation, whatever that operation is. And in The Sims 2, she has the complete opposite personality to Dina, whereas in The Sims 3, they have almost the exact same traits, which I find to be a little bit weird. I would think that they would have kept on with that, with having these two twins be kind of the polar opposites. So let's take it back a little bit. Let's go all the way back to Pleasant View, and let's go back to where you're going to find Nina Caliente in her blue bikini when you first start the game. So here's issue number 1 that I have. Like I said, in The Sims 3, Nina is in the sports career. In The Sims 2, Nina had been in the slacker career, but now she's unemployed because she just couldn't manage to keep up. So she's a little bit more lazy. But also in the backstory for Sims 2 Nina, she enjoys exercise. And that made me scratch my head a little bit, because if you're lazy, do you really enjoy exercise? Nah. You're more likely to be a couch potato if you ask me. So when you first meet Nina, she will be in her blue bikini, but she is most known for wearing a black halter top and pink cargo shorts. Now here we are in the extreme version of Nina Caliente, and once we get to her outfits, you'll see that I tried to keep with the black halter top and the pink cargo shorts, but who wears cargo shorts these days? Or not shorts, pants. Who wears cargo pants these days? I don't know very many people that did, but I tried to get some pink bottoms on her. I even tried to put some pink tights on her, and it just wasn't working, so I just flipped it around and gave her black bottoms and a pink top. You will see what I mean once we get there. So Nina's parents are Flamenco and Nihot Caliente, and she's of course a quarter alien just like her sister. So you can see that her ears are pointed, because I just wanted to tip my hat a little bit to her alien ancestry, and I think her ears are a little bit more pointed than I made Dina's ears, but I just think she's as cute as a button. And you're gonna notice as I'm going through her makeup that she's not wearing as much as I put on Dina. She's got more of a natural beauty to her, is what I thought when I was giving her extreme makeover. She's not got these huge eyelashes, and everything about Nina is a bit more understated. So let's get to Nina's romances. Nina, of course, is in a romance in The Sims 2 with the one, the only Don Lothario, and that's a source of contention again between the two sisters. Now, however, if Nina catches her sister with Dawn, her relationship with Dina can be mended, and it can be mended quite quickly. And with Dawn, it would take a little bit more time. And this is quite interesting to me, because it says to me that Nina is more forgiving. And I feel like she would be like hoes before bros. Whereas if it was Dina and she caught Nina with Dawn, Dina would be like throwing a hissy fit. She would be all upset, and she'd be like, Dawn just bought me a new Porsche and he bought me a Gucci outfit. So talk to you never, sister. Bye-bye. Nina's interested in money, fashion, and traveling, and this marries up with her biography for The Sims 3, and she is up for adventure in The Sims 3, so that sort of makes sense. Now, on her mother's side, Nina is of Arab descent, and on her father's side, she is of Spanish descent, and I have to say that I really love the effort that is put into these backstories. You really get a sense of who these Sims are and where they come from, and I really, really like that. Now, one of the things that was most interesting to me is something that came in the Prima official game guide. Do you guys remember those? I always remember that whenever I got a Prima official game guide, I would read those first from front to back before I even installed a new installation of the game. So this Prima guide was for the Sims 2 base game, and it features a comic strip style tutorial chapter revolving around the lives of 3 cast Sims living in Pleasantview. One storyline involves a married female romance Sim engaging in an affair with Nina, who is also shown to be involved with Don Lothario. And based on this information, even though this isn't an official guide, some players choose to regard Nina as being bisexual. So I found that to be very, very interesting. What do you guys think about that? So I think that is as deep as we are going to delve into Nina Caliente's backstory. Let me know down below in the comments if you learned anything or if you knew all of this about Nina. Anything that shocked or surprised you about her history, I want to know about it down below in the comments. So here we are with the extreme version of Nina, and I'm about to hop on the struggle bus with her outfits as I try to take her back to the Sims 2 days, and then I just sort of do a flip reverse on her outfit. But let me know what you think down below. Which version of Nina is your absolute favorite that I have shown you? We are almost to the end of this video, so I'm going to love you and leave you guys with some music. Make sure to stick around for the screenshot so you can see Nina's full and complete transformation. And let me know if there are any other townies that are well known within this franchise that you would like to see me show some plum love. But before I go, I just have one question for you guys. Who the heck is Katrina Caliente? Now, I know The Sims 4 is in this alternate universe to the other games in the franchise, but I want to know your guys' theories on why you think EA decided to switch Nihat Caliente for Katrina Caliente as the Caliente sisters' mother. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to do all those cool interweb things, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you've got that notification bell ding-donged so you can be notified whenever I do upload. But for now, I'm gonna skedaddle. Don't be a plum stranger now, guys. Bye!
Yeah.